4.
Here it is. You guys have to split it. You both said, you said one. I was looking for both, not each.
Find them a bag with the girl t-shirt, so you gotta split up with a... Deb will get a...
I know Deb.
Big thanks to Keith and Debbie Fagan of the Calgary 420 group. They helped donate some money this year, and they've always been a supporter every year for the Prairie Cup since it got started, and ever since they met me and learned about my crusade, they've been behind me, supporter. Keith couldn't be here, so big thanks. Keith is an amazing person. I love him with all my heart, and I look forward to every time we hang out. So, you know, they did a great job. They did a video for me on my first year. It was just amazing. So, I'm glad that Debbie could come out this year, and thanks to the Calgary 420 group.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, apparently we cannot find our next guest speaker, so we'll wait on her. So we're gonna bring up a personal friend of mine, and somebody who actually, when we first started talking about the Prairie Cup, we were gonna maybe host it in Regina as a possibility, just because it's hard, you know, you don't know where you're gonna host these and what you're gonna do. And Tim actually said, he was like, dude, I'm growing weed, I'm a ganja farmer. He's like, I can't do all this. And I'm like, I'm growing weed too, but not on that level. And I got my store, my activism stuff is like where my heart really is, because I want to make changes. I want to see legalization for this plant and just free the medicine. You know, but saying it and doing it and everything, Tim is pretty much what helps Sask grow. And the things that they're doing in Regina, head-to-head, all the strain developments they worked on, the cups that they've won, all the hard work, the man hours. I mean, him and Ryan spend so much time in the grow room, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're passionate because you sit and talk to them and that's all they know is cannabis. These guys just know how to grow copious amounts of marijuana. So Tim's gonna come out and tell you what he does, help Sask grow. Tim Zielinski, wonderful person, man. Thank you.
Awesome.
And he won first and second place last year with his beautiful strain. So maybe again this year. All 3, he promised me.
All 4. We entered 2 hydrants this year. Yeah. And thanks, for Jeff for putting this together, because with the amount we got going on in Regina, it's just helping people get medication is our utmost importance, and Guardian is second. But in the same sense, I started doing cannabis activism 11 years ago for the same reason that Jeff did. I want to see right out legalization. Even though we work under the current legislation of the MMAR, I still think it's an arbitrary bullshit process, personally.
Yeah!
Cannabis is a plant that cannot kill people. It can grow wild anywhere. It's one of the most amazing plants on our planet, and it should be everywhere on our planet. And if more people use it, we'd have a lot more real people, for sure. But I guess where I could start is to talk about a few things that are going on. Everybody talks about this new legislation that's coming through. But we started something 2.5 years ago that we called Helping Sask Grow. It was an idea to make marijuana, take it to an agricultural application. This is an agricultural community. This is an agricultural plant. The plants in this province grow big, like Medicinal County, California. We got plants that reach over 22 feet tall in this province, and we've been able to help a lot of people access marijuana through a program that works currently under the legislation of the MMAR, which it's still an arbitrary bullshit process without question, but it works because people can grow their own marijuana, they can use marijuana. Some people say it's hard to get a license. You just got to find the right people to help you, and I know our staff and the people we work with are always willing to help. Even our patients that we've helped have helped somebody else, and that's why we called it Helping Sask Grow, because that's what we're here to do. We don't charge for our services. We do it strictly free. When it comes to accessing marijuana, there is some cost involved in that. But we try to make it as cheap as possible, because most of the people we help are on fixed incomes, they're on disability, they have the inability to work and make money. We are fighting all insurance companies right now with this current legislation. But under the new legislation, this is an interesting one. Some people say it's a kind of going forward. I've been applying for a commercial license for 8 years with Health Canada. I've been denied every year of those applications that I put in. Now they have this process and I'm not applying. I don't want to apply because one of the main things that they have added into this new legislation is taking away the person's ability to grow their own medicine. There is a therapeutic value of growing marijuana for yourself, growing your own medicine. I believe that companies should be able to go forward in developing strains. Like we work with 85 different strains of marijuana right now, and we're hoping by the end of the year we'll have over 100. I don't expect personal growers to have 100 plants of different kinds of marijuana growing in their closet. It's just not possible. But in the same sense, companies like ours will give out clones of these things if they work for you. Because that's what we do. We're a research and development company to try to identify strains that are helping people with what ailments. And we've done a really good job in doing so. We've got some really popular strains that are helping people with their, whatever it comes down to, from pain relief, sleep apnea. I know those edibles over at Tracy's table helped me with my sleep apnea. I was up for 11 hours last night. So I needed that sleep because I don't get a lot of it. But in the same sense, I urge people to check out Helping Sask Grow, which is the greencanvas.ca, which is a company I work for. And Head to Head is my own little pipe shop in Regina where you can find all these good people that come and put their heads together to make that happen. But other than that, enjoy this weekend, you guys. It's a great time with a lot of good people here. I got to see some old friends. I got the Highway 10 guy I haven't seen forever, Jeff. Good to see you. And yeah, just have a good time and party, guys. If you want to know more about what we're doing or have questions about the new licensing process, I'm more than willing to answer any questions that I know. I can't tell the future, so I don't know if it's going to happen. But in the same sense, Helping Sask Grow Head to Head table is where you can find us. And yeah, enjoy your weekend. And thanks, Jeff, for putting together such an awesome weekend.
Yeah.
Kim Zielinski, everybody. So Matt's gonna come back out and introduce the next speaker, and we're gonna keep things rolling. You guys stoned? All right. And then we're gonna party. You guys ready for rock and roll tonight?
Yeah.
After the guest speakers, we're gonna feed you, and then we're gonna pump some rock and roll music, and we're gonna smoke down. We're gonna party till midnight.
Yeah.
Of course they're stoned. They're barely responding out there. They're like, next person up is a wonderful Toronto woman. She runs the Underground Comedy Club, which does a lot of amazing LA comics and Death Squad comics. And it's just like, she just runs an amazing stage. She's been a supporter of mine since day one. Whenever I get in trouble, she's been there for me. And this is my friend Puff Mama.
Hey guys, how's it going? You guys having a good time? It's a good party, eh? I come all the way from Toronto for this shit. And people often ask me, why do you come so far for good parties? I go out to Sault Ste. Marie for Hemp Fest. I've been out west. I've been to fucking Europe. I like to travel and experience different people enjoying themselves the same way that I like to as well. And I sometimes feel that when you're fighting, sometimes activism involves a lot of fighting, and sometimes I feel that partying almost achieves even more, where we're coming together, we're discussing stuff, we're having fun, and it's a positive vibe versus a negative vibe. So over the years, I tend to be less at rallies and more at parties, and that doesn't mean I don't support it. It just means I like to have fun and end up with a smile on my face at the end of the day. But one of the things I'm going to bring to you today, has anybody ever hear of Shel Silverstein? Did you grow up on him? He's a child's writer and he writes awesome kids poems. But what a lot of people don't know is that he also does adult poetry. And one of my favorite poems to recite is called The Great Smoke-Off. And I just think it's very appropriate for this crowd. So I'm gonna try and remember this. Last time at 420 I fucked it up a bit. Let's see what we can do here. She has it, that's funny. I think I can remember all 7 minutes of this. Hold on. So in the laid-back California town of sunny San Rafael lived a girl named Pearlie Sweetcake. You probably knew her well. She'd been stoned 15 of her 24 years, and a story is widely told how she could smoke 'em faster than anyone could roll. Well, her legend finally reached New York, that Grove Street Walcott flat, where dwelt the Calistoga Kid, a beatnik from the past. He'd been rolling dope since time began, and he took a cultured toke and said, "Damn it, I could roll it faster than any bitch could smoke." So a note gets sent to San Rafael for a championship of the world. The kid demands a smoke-off. "Well, bring him on," says Pearl. "I'll grind his fingers to his bones. He'll roll until he drops." Says Calistoga, "I'll smoke that chick till she blows up and pops." So they rented out Yankee Stadium, and the word is quickly spread. Come one, come all, who walk or crawl. Tickets just 2 leads ahead. And from every town and hamlet, over land and sea they speed. The world's greatest dopers with the world's greatest weed. Hashishans from Morocco, hemp smokers from Peru, and the shashniks from Begun who smoke that deadly pugaroo. And those who call it light of life, and those who call it boo. See the dealers and their ladies dressed in turquoise lace and leather. See the narcos and the closet smokers puffing all together. From the teenies who smoke legal to the ones who've done some time, to the old man who smoked reefer back before it was a crime. And the grand old house that Ruth built was filled with the screams and cries of 50,000 screaming heads all stoned out of their minds. And they played the national anthem, and the crowd lets out a roar as a spotlight hits the Kid and Pearl, ready for their toking war. At a table piled up high with grass as high as the mountain peaks, just tops and buds of the rarest flowers, not one stem, branch, or seed. I mean, Maui, Wowie, Panama Red, Acapulco Gold, Key from East Afghanistan and that rare Alaskan cold. And there's Kif from the island, and Ganj from Thailand, and Bangkok's bloomin' best, and some of that wet imported shit that capsized off Key West. And there's Wahican tops and Kenya Bang and Riviera Fleurs, and some of that rare Manhattan silver that grows down in New York sewers. And there's bubbling ice-cold lemonade and sweet grapes by the bunches, and Hershey bars and Oreos in case anybody gets munchies. And the Calistoga Kid, he cried, and Pearlie, she just grins, and the drums roll low, and the crowd yells, "Go, go, go!" as the world's first smoke-off begins. Well, the kid, he flicks his fingers once, and zap, that first joint's rolled. Pearl takes a hit with her famous lungs, and roach is cold. And then he rolls 3 in just 10 seconds, and she smoked him up at 9. And everybody sits back and says, "Man, this just might take some time." See the blur of flying fingers, see the red coals burning bright as the night turns to morning, and the morning turns to night, and the summer turns to winter, and then a whole damn year is gone. And the two still sit on that roach-filled stage, smoking, rolling on, with fingers blue, with fingers raw and lewd. Oh, I fucked it up, I totally did. I know you do.
Yeah.
And the two still fit on that roach-filled stage, smoking and rolling on. With trembling hands, he rolls them J's with fingers blue and stiff. She coughed and stared with bloodshot gaze and puffs through blistered lips. And as he reaches out his hand for another stick of gold, the kid, he gasps, "Damn it, bitch, there's nothing left to roll." "Nothing left to roll?" screams Pearl. "Is this some twisted joke? I didn't come here to fuck around, man. I come here to smoke." And she reaches across the table and he grabs his bony sleeves and she grabbed his bony sleeves and she crumbled his body like dry and brittle leaves. And she rolled him in a zigzag and smoked him like a roach. And then the fastest man with the fastest hand goes up in a puff of smoke. Now in the laid-back California town of sunny San Rafael lived a girl named Pearlie Sweetcake. You probably knew her well. She'd been stoned 21 of her 24 years, and the story is still widely told how she still can smoke 'em faster than any dude can roll. Well, off in New York City, on a street that has no name, are the hands of the Calistoga Kid in the Viper Hall of Fame. And underneath his fingers, there's a little golden scroll that says, "Beware of being the roller when there's nothing left to roll."